Hello everyone, this is Campus Chain, a platform for lecturers, students, and vendors around the hostel. The lecturer interface will be at my left and the student interface on my right. Now let's get started. First thing you need to do is you need to sign up, providing your name. For the lecturer, they provide the name, email, select that they are lecturers, and then their department to be prompted to sign a transaction that creates the lecturer profile on the blockchain. And lecturers will be able to submit questions, and the question could be a single question or bulk submission, and they can submit up to 50, and then they get to select the type of question they are submitting, either a single best or short answer. For this demo, when submitting it, they will input the question and then the option with the correct answer. For this demo, we'll be doing short answer questions. We'll create about 4, submit, and then have students take part in this examination. Now, after a lecturer creates this question, it is uploaded on our database, and then the HOD of that department can then come and compile this question into an exam. Now, there are 3 basic steps, which include the basic information, getting the questions, and then preview and publish. For the basic information, it just includes the course code, the exam ID, and other things. Now, in order for us to set this exam, we'll need to get the class or set that will take part in this exam. So I'll create the student profile and then set the exams for them. You select the start time and the end time. Now, this is where you select the questions. For single best questions, they all carry the same mark, while for short answer questions, you can select different marks for them. So the HOD will then compile this question and set it up. So this just shows the preview. They can decide whether they want to show the result immediately or show correct answers to students. So let's go ahead and create the exam. Now, after creating, they will need to publish this exam so that students would be able to take part in the exam. Now, after the exam has been published, the students can then see the exam. For this guy, he doesn't meet up with the attendance. Let's update his attendance so that he'll be able to take part in this exam. Okay, now the student can then go ahead and start the exams, submitting their questions. This exam, it is automatically marked, reducing the workload that the lecturer has to do. So the student can't see the exam because the result was not published. The lecturer can then go and then publish this result. After publishing the result, the student will be able to see, and then they will see their correct answers too. They will see their score and the time they spent with the correct answers, and they can decide that, okay, let me request for remark in case they feel that they got the answer. And when they request for remark, the lecturer will be able to go through this and then remark the exams. Now, this is the blockchain explorer showing all the transaction from creating the question, the exam, publishing the exam, and when we finalize the score, when the student asked for the remark. Now let's look at the students one on the blockchain. So we'll be able to see the creating of the profile, starting the exam, submitting questions, and also when they requested for their exams to be remarked. Now the next tool on our campus chain is scholarship. Lecturers and well-meaning individuals can create scholarship for students, and then students will be able to apply for this scholarship. Now, when a student is applying for scholarship, we retrieve their basic information like the matric name, matric number, name, attendance, and their academic performance. And then based on the attendance and academic performance, it will guide the lecturer to know the student that actually deserve this scholarship. So this is just the blockchain explorer showing when the student requested for it and the approved transaction. with the amount that was sent to the student. The lecturer can decide to approve that amount or can set or reject it. And then another tool we offer is the ability for lecturers to create polls, to create elections, which could be a class election, SUG election, or departmental elections, that student can then take part in this exam. So the lecturer creates it with the basic details like the name, the department, motto, and the pictures of the various candidates. And then the student, like here we are doing a class election, so it is only the student in that particular class or set that will be able to vote in the election. Every other student won't be able to see this election. So now the student can then go ahead and vote. After voting, the lecturer will then end the voting and then call the program to declare the winner. It is the program that then goes through the list of candidates, and the one with the highest score, the one with the highest votes is then declared as the winner. Yeah, as you can see here, because I only did with one vote, so those two candidates are declared as the winner of the election. Now the icing on the cake for the campus chain is the Swift Pay. Swift Pay allows users to pay for goods and services directly from their wallet, and then the receiver gets the Naira equivalent. Now we'll be working with liquidity pool providers that will provide the Naira that will be used for these transactions. So this is just the basic bot setup in order for you to get notifications about all your transactions. So you need to join our Discord server in order for you to get these notifications. As you can see, there is a welcome notification. Now the liquidity pool provider will then come on the platform and then create a buy order, selecting the token they are buying, the amount they are buying, the price, and the currency they are accepting. After that, then now let's say a restaurant owner wants to accept payment. They can then come on our platform and then click on the pay button. When they click on the pay button, they can then select the currency and then the amount that is supposed to be paid, and then generate a QR code. Now when they generate this QR code, their customer can then scan the QR code, and after scanning, the tokens are transferred from the customer's wallet to the buy order, and then the bot then makes the transfer, the Naira equivalent transfer, to the restaurant owner's account. As you can see, we have already gotten a notification that the transaction was successful. But if the transaction was not successful, the tokens will then be returned back to the customer. That's all. Thank you.